Hey, what's up? This is Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz, and this is my weekly video blog called Bullheaded, a review of the Houston Texans news, as well as a preview of the upcoming game matchups. So, this week, the Texans will be going on the road to finish out the regular season against the Tennessee Titans in a game that kind of really doesn't mean much as far as like wins and playoff seeding and all that. Only thing that's going to be probably a factor is whether or not the Tennessee Titans wear those lovely blue uniforms to get their trolling on, but we'll see about that. And we'll get into all that a little bit later on. First, let's talk about this Christmas game, man. So, Texans got beat by the Ravens 31-2 on Christmas Day. And the game was a big deal. Number one, the game was, part of the NFL's, Christmas time holiday, extravapalooza that they were putting together. It was the, NFL trying to buck at the NBA for the Christmas Day ratings. So they went and got Netflix. They partnered with Netflix to put together a whole little production. And number two, and certainly not number two, there was a Beyonce concert at halftime, man. So, yeah, while Beyonce and Jay Z were in attendance, the Houston Texans played like that. Hey, yo, man, listen. Um, I saw a tweet that said, it was from it was from like one of the guys from 16. I think name was Figgy Fig or something. He said, the Texans are embarrassing us in front of, all the Beyonce fans, pretty much, aka the females. So yeah, yeah, I had a good laugh out of that one because it was true. I mean, I don't even want to go over the stats. It was just a bad game overall from the Texans, both the offense and the defense. Um, it was like horrible. I don't even know how NFL Network replayed that game. Like I think they just had to replay it just because they had to replay it. But it was definitely an embarrassment in front of Beyonce, but also an embarrassment as a home finale. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to come in there and really just show out for the fans. Really just get them going and everything as we move into the playoffs, and we just kind of let it dud basically. And so, really, the action on the game was like insignificant at the very most. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody really cared too much to talk about, um, what happened on the field. A lot of the talk after the game was, just all about firing Bobby Slowick. And to be honest with you, I think that, if this was like earlier in the season and things are going a little bit more drastic, he probably would have been gone. You know what I'm saying? And things have been bad, offensively. There have been quite a few hiccups. Um, but it's like the last week of the season, and we got playoffs coming up. No way we're just gonna fire our offensive coordinator and put somebody else in there, whether it's an interim guy from within or going to get some outside help. So, um, yeah, this is going to be a real, off season, real interesting off season as far as like what he does or what happens with him in his job. So that's all I got for that game recap. That's all I'm keeping it. Plans for the regular season finale should go like this. So as I mentioned earlier, it's the regular season finale. Um, we can't if we win, we can't move up. More than likely, the only motion that's going to be happening with the playoffs uh, as far as we're concerned, is whether or not the Ravens or the Steelers actually win the division. Whoever wins their AFC North division. Whoever loses the AFC North crown, we're gonna have to face them. It seems like they might fall right down to that fifth seed, and so it's looking like I believe the Steelers were in that spot last time. So um, I feel like it'll be us against the Steelers, which I'm willing to take that matchup as opposed to us against the Baltimore Ravens that just blew us out. And if you can recall, this was kind of a similar situation with the who's it? Yeah, with the Cleveland Browns last season. So we got blew out by the Cleveland Browns and came back around and and played them in the wild card, and what I'm saying, we beat them down. So I can't remember if C.J. Stroud was out for that Browns game, that first in the regular season last year, but he was definitely in for the playoff game, so made all the world of difference. So with that being said, as far as like the plans for this week, I would definitely say get a starters a half at the most, like nothing more. Just give them a half for like rhythm and rust purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like we like before this little 3 game trip or whatever you want to call it, we had a bye week. You know what I'm saying? Right before that, so we were rested. To prepare. For these little 3 games, 11 days, whatever you want to call it. But also, we had a bye week before that, but I also had like sort of a mini bye week after. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as the Ravens game was done, what I'm saying, we obviously didn't play on Sunday. Um, so it was just, kind of an extended vacation. And we were, at home. So if, the team didn't really go anywhere for like the holidays or anything, then they were just chilling. So it was all good on that front. Um, but definitely, the point I'm making is like even with the bye week before and the mini bye week after, it seems kind of like bunched in together. And so the fact that we got blown out on Christmas, um, that kind of leaves a lot to the imagination on what this team will look like going into the postseason. So definitely give them a half for to get their rhythm up and start what I'm saying, knocking off any rust that might have developed during the mini bye week. Um, yeah, leave the game with everybody healthy, like straight up, like if if Nico Collins gets hit a little too hard, take him out. That type of thing. Because we've had so many injuries, and not so many injuries, but we've had quite a few injuries. At definitely at very important positions. So obviously, Tank Dell, he suffered a season-ending knee injury. Jalen Petrie, he had a season-ending shoulder surgery. Uh, what I'm saying? Just injuries everywhere. Stephon Diggs, he got hurt. What I'm saying? He had a knee injury. He's down for the season. So definitely I would say like, leave the game with everyone healthy. If you feel like the game is getting too physical, then just, pull the starters out. You know what I'm saying? Go deep however you want to go on your bench. But definitely lead this game with healthy players. So Pro Bowl announcements were made. Got a few Texans on here. So yeah, Derek Stingley, cornerback Derek Stingley, running back Joe Mixon, wide receiver Nico Collins, and left tackle Larry Tunsil all made it. Congratulations to those dudes, man. Hard work. You know what I'm saying? Big plays. That's all it takes. And that's what they do, Um, Probably I think probably a lot of people a little eyebrow raising on Tunsil, but Tunsil every time I check for him is like one of the highest graded offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing something right. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Danielle Hunter, a lot of fans feel like he was kind of left off for Max Crosby. I feel that way too, a little bit. But Pro Bowl, I don't really, try to follow too much or just make a big fuss about because what I'm saying, it is what it is. And this um Danielle Hunter Max Crosby situation kind of just illustrates that. Like it's a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? So of course the fans that are voting are gonna vote for like who they feel is popular, probably who they see the most and everything. So um now I don't know. Well, yeah, Max Crosby is super visible, so never mind. But yeah, Danielle Hunter definitely had the production, way better production than Max Crosby in this position. So I don't know if the average fan sees that. I see that because I have to do blog. I have to do this video blog, and I have to do a weekly NFL column. So I kind of know where to go to look for like certain type of stats. So But yeah, other than that, congratulations to all the Texans Pro Bowlers. Hopefully, we get many more. Hopefully, you bring, um, yeah, hopefully you bring Danielle Hunter with you next year. So, with that being said, there's only a couple things I want to see in this game. So I mentioned, the Texans are going on the road playing the Tennessee Titans. There's nothing really big for the Texans to be playing for. They pretty much play for everything. They won everything. I don't think they'll be able to move up or down for the. Yeah, they won't be able to move up or down for the playoff seeding. So they just gotta kind of go out there and wing it a little bit. And so there's a couple of things that I want to see out of the Texans. And hopefully they don't lose. But yeah, hopefully they don't lose this game. But definitely, here's some things that I want to see them actually like get into during this game. So backup running backs. I want to see this running game develop for the postseason. Joe Mixon, he's been great this year. Obviously, he has because he's made a Pro Bowl, but um, he's had a couple of bumps. You know what I'm saying? A couple of bumps in a row. These last few games or whatever. So definitely develop this running game to back him up. You know what I'm saying? Let's find a spell back. Uh, let's excuse me, let's find a spell back. Let's get Agumba Wale in there. Let's get Damian Pierce in there. You know what I'm saying? Like just really kind of get something to kind of support Mixon and just wear down defenses and all types of stuff. Um, Next and final thing, actually, some fire in the first half. So Texans offense and defense, but offense in particular, because I'm a big offense fan, whatever. Offense has to come out and just really, you know, they just have to really come out and just fight and just fire on these. They have to fire on these Titans, man. Like just like that Christmas game, it was it's I'm gonna make myself get mad thinking about it all over again. Like they have to come in here and just really fire up on these Titans, even because the Titans are gonna come at them. Titans had nothing to play for. They're probably just playing to see who they are from the trade or cut or whatever. But man, Texans have to come in and just really get some effort in this first half. So that's the call on offense, defense, special teams. You know what I'm saying? Particularly offensively. They really have to come in here and just kind of show out, and do that for one half, and when I say one half, I mean, have the starters in there for one half and then take them out after that. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's definitely gonna make up for the Christmas game showing. The Christmas game is it's just bad, man. Like the Texans, the crazy part is the Texans. I remember they played one other Christmas game, um, and they got beat like bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was worse than what the Ravens did. So um, definitely, definitely make up for that Christmas game showing. Have a do over, do better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I got for y'all this week. Um, just Texans when they go in this game, they need to, you know, they need to work on developing and implementing a running back committee, what I'm saying, and have that ready for the postseason. And also the starters need to go out there in the first half and just light things up, what I'm saying, to really make up for that Christmas game showing, and just show people that you had that fire and you had that competitiveness in you. So um the Texans do that, they should be able to get a win, which is important also because we've been on a 2-game losing streak or whatever. So definitely in the season strong with a win in this game. So that's all I got for y'all this week. Brandon Simmons from BrandonSimmons.biz. If you're watching this on Facebook, facebook.com/BrandonBlog. Click the like button, click the subscribe, click the like button, click on this content, like the video, share the video, all that good stuff. Leave a comment if you will. Um, Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, uh, Click the like button, click the subscribe button, share this, share my YouTube video as well. So I'm Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. Holla black.